What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody out there in YouTube and everywhere across the internet. This is the one and the only, and there will never be another one. Intergalactic Brew. Here to do a little vid, man, on this draft. Probably one of the most exciting times of the year, besides, of course, the Super Bowl and the NCAA tournament, and we got baseball, and we got the NBA playoffs that kicked off today, which I did not get a chance to watch any of because I've been so locked in on this draft. And y'all already know what I'm here to talk about, man. The Falcons, of course, because that is the team that I repped. That's my home team, and that's where I'm from. So yeah, I just want to do just a short little recap vid on my thoughts about this draft. It pretty much went how I thought it was going to go, although I did not see the fullback monkey wrench thrown into the situation. I knew we were going to go after the O-line heavy. I knew that because judging by what happened this past season, which was a nightmare that I don't ever want to experience again. But being the the nightmare like season that we had, especially with the first half of the season and in the playoffs, I knew that Dimitrov and friends were going to target some offensive linemen. And it turns out got some pretty darn good ones. Both, were team captains, both are very versatile. Mike Smith, our head coach, loves, guys that can do double duty. I mean, which is a plus, because you never know what could happen. So yeah, that's a good move there, to go after more versatile guys. But yeah, I'm very impressed, with both the linemen that we got. We got a guard who can play center. I believe his name is Peter Kahns, out of the University of Wisconsin, which is an excellent college, by the way. And we got a little bit of an unknown, kind of one of these hidden gems, as the football cliche goes. Lamar Holmes from Southern Miss. And from the looks of him, he looks to be a bruiser of sorts on that offensive line. So hopefully he could be that left tackle that we've been so longing for the past few years, that can protect Matty Ice, of course. And of course open up lanes and holes for our running backs to run through. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that, and I'm just really impressed with the size of these guys and how they move. Especially with the Lamar Holmes guy. I mean, I was just watching some of his footage. The guy moves like he's below his size, you know what I'm saying? Like he's moving he's almost moving like a wide receiver almost. I mean, not to stretch the issue, but he just has really good feet, and that's something that you need, to keep up with these quick pass rushers and blitzers and all this other stuff. So it's a good thing. As far as the Peter Kahns guy goes, I'm sure at some point when Todd McClure finally decides to hang up the cleats and the helmet for eternity, hopefully he can be the dude that can step in and fulfill the responsibilities. But from what I've seen in the highlights so far, he's a good choice. Now, as far as the fullback is concerned, which I did not see coming. But I mean, of course, with Thomas Dimitroff, I mean, he's Mr. Unpredictable, so you can expect that. But with this running back, Brady Ewing, um, you know, this is really interesting because I'm sure, as you've heard with the analyst and everything, fullback is kind of like a dying breed, or is a dying breed in the National Football League. So just to see, Thomas draft just a pure fullback. I mean, of course, he can do other things, but I mean, he's listed as a fullback and not a running back. I'm sure he has running back credentials, but most of his responsibilities that he's going to have to fulfill are going to be at fullback. So that basically means, blocking assignments, all that good stuff, pass protection, all that. So yeah. But just to see a pure fullback being selected by the Falcons is a nice change, because I was fully expecting a running back or a tight end somewhere in between those late rounds. But I mean, hey, this is what we need. I mean, us as fans, we can't get caught up in what we think is right. We have to trust and believe what we think the front office knows is right. And in this case, they do, and in most cases they do. So I have full confidence and faith in Thomas Dimitroff, Mike Smith, Arthur Blank, and our whole front office, that they are going to find the necessary players to fit what we are trying to do, as in regards to having another winning season, winning both of our playoff games, and bringing the Super Bowl here to Atlanta. So, I mean, I could sit up here and wish and wonder all I want, but, the bottom line is the professionals knows best. And in this case, Thomas Dimitroff and all those other guys are the professionals, so I'm going to leave that to them. And then who knows? Who's to say we won't get a running back? When the I guess the undrafted free agency period comes along. I mean, who's to say that just because we didn't get a running back and a tight end that we won't? I mean, we probably will still get those last two I guess important positions or significant positions for the offense, but I guess Dimitroff felt like now wasn't the time. And that's just a side of Thomas Dimitroff that a lot of us fans are going to have to get used to. I mean, he's a very timely individual. He picks his opportunities to strike, so to speak, and usually when he does a good job. So I'm not going to underestimate his ability. So I don't think we should either. If anything, I think we should all just shut up and appreciate the picks that we did get. Because I mean, you got to understand, some of these guys, that have all of this hype, from the analyst, and you hear so much about and all this other stuff. Sometimes those guys don't live up to their reputation. And my thing is, I would rather have a guy that's unknown, that I've never seen before, and don't know what he's capable of, to come out at the beginning of the season, after preseason, and just completely overwhelm me, and me go like, wow, we really got something here. Instead of a guy who does have a reputation and has been built up by the analysts and everybody else in the media, and him come and just be a complete disappointment, and me go like, we wasted a pick on that? Really? Are you serious? So yeah, if you ask me personally, I love these unknown underrated guys that nobody knows about or nobody expected us to get. I like those type of guys because number one, those are the guys that are going to give you the most effort. Those are the guys that have a lot more to prove. And number three, those are the guys that end up becoming really valuable later on down the road. So that's how I look at it. I don't know if the rest of y'all do. Some of y'all might, but I know most of y'all don't. But I do. But anyway, so yeah, I definitely like the fullback pick. I think it's like I said, a nice change of things. And from what I've seen and from what I've read about him, I think he's going to be a nice addition to the team. Especially if Ovi Mahaley is healthy. I think him, Mahaley, and the other player that we recently just added, I think this past season, Michael Cox, who did a very good job last year for the time that he did play. So I think if all of those guys can kind of get some chemistry going, I think we could have a nice little fullback core. Wouldn't that be something? But yeah, this is just food for thought. Okay, going on to the defense. Now, the defense, I would think that, they would go after someone, how can I put this? I thought they would have, gone after somebody, who has a lot of good, footwork and who can kind of maneuver his way around the offenders, so to speak. I mean, which this guy that we picked up can do, but I just thought, they would have gone after just trailblazing type of guy, guy with just ultra speed, like Julio Jones speed, you know what I'm saying? But I'm happy with the guy that we got though, the Jonathan Massaquoi, I believe that's his name, from the University of Troy. Solid guy, man. I mean, he does need some work in some areas. I think first thing he needs to do is lose some of that weight. But for the most part, I think he's a solid pickup. I think he's got good enough speed to where he can stop the run. He needs to work on his pass rushing ability a little bit more. But I think with the coach that Mike Nolan is and the system that he runs, I think Massaquoi is going to benefit greatly from this. And I think, he's now that he has, an entire off season to get acquainted with the defense and learn Mike Nolan's system. I think we might see Massaquoi blossom. And I think he might become, a legit pass rusher for our D-line. So, so just wait and see. I think his future is bright. I mean, from the few highlights that I've seen, I think this guy is going to be excellent. And the one thing that I do like about this guy is he can block kicks. And I think that's something we have yet to see, with the Falcons. I think, we really need to see some guys that are going to be super aggressive and not only just get after the quarterback and, stop the run, but, make plays on special teams too. I think, that'll be another feather in our cap, if we can, get the pass rush and, the run stopping better, but also make better plays on special teams. I think that'll get the crowd more involved. I think that'll make teams respect us more on many different levels. So, yeah, but that's one thing that really sticks out to me about the Massaquoi guy. I really like the fact that he could block kicks. I think that might be very beneficial for us this coming season. Just letting y'all know. But going on, another defensive player that we picked up was Charles Mitchell from Southern. Was it no Mississippi State? I'm sorry, I'm about to say Southern Miss. I mean, I get both of those schools mixed up, but yeah, Mississippi State. Charles Mitchell, a safety, which is also something that we desperately need because really, the two safeties that we do have are mostly special teams guys, and you know, who knows what the competition is going to be like in training camp this year. So yeah, I think it's good that we add that that other safety, to really create some depth for the secondary. And this is a very good safety on top of that. I mean, these guys we got, these defensive players are no slouches whatsoever. I mean, the stats might not, be spectacular, but I'm telling you, with some development from Mike Nolan, with the whole off season, ain't no telling what these guys are gonna do. That's just my opinion. But anyway, from what I've seen from the Charles Mitchell guy, very good tackler, aggressive. He's a ball hawk. He is a ball hawk. I'll say that. He gets interceptions. He may not get many, but if the opportunity's there, he's gonna take it. Trust me. And he might even just take it on home if he gets that interception. So when the time counts, he takes advantage, and that's what I like about him. So yeah, Thomas Deku, William Moore, look out. You got another bull breathing down your neck, so to speak. So have fun with that. And then last but not least, our 7th and final pick, Travian Robertson, defensive tackle from the University of South Carolina. Now, this is what I was hoping for. I was hoping we would get a defensive tackle, and I'm glad we did. I'm pretty sure a lot of the people that predicted Brandon Thompson or, whoever else they had in mind at defensive tackle, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are, raising their eyebrows right now because I'm sure they never saw nothing like this coming. But, I dare say this guy that we got here is 20 times better than Brandon Thompson. I mean, because to be fair, Brandon Thompson was really only good at stopping the run. I mean, he didn't have really good pass skills to begin with. I mean, pass rushing skills, I should say. He never really got any pressure up the middle or anything, or was able to fight through double teams. I mean, he was mostly good for just stopping the run. Now, if the Falcons would have selected him, it still would have been fine, because I think you could do something with him and develop him and, get his technique better. But I think we got an even better bargain in Travian Robertson. And, he's a big dude. He looks kind of scary, too. I mean, he just has like that maniacal killer look in his eye, And, hopefully that'll live up to its reputation, and, he can make some awesome plays for us. But like I said, for the most part, I'm impressed with this draft. I think TD did it again, getting what we needed, protecting the quarterback first, adding some firepower to the secondary as well as the defensive line. So I say great job, and the best is still yet to come with the undrafted free agents and in free agency. But that's going to do it for me here. Y'all leave y'all comments. Let me know what y'all think, and I'm gone.